Well, it's Wednesday, baby, so it's time for some wacky news. Now, the first story that I want to bring to you is about what went down at a minor league baseball game yesterday. You see, it was Seinfeld Day at the stadium, so they held their annual Elaine dance contest. Yes. Baby, I wish I could have been there. Elaine's dance is one of my favorite episodes of Seinfeld, honey. I want to participate so bad, but I already know it's going to hurt my neck. And I'm not sure how to do that without rhythm. I love the Elaine dance competition, honey. Like I said, I would love to participate, but I have a hard time doing things out of rhythm. And let's face it, baby, my neck is too old and I done had surgeries on it. The last thing I need to be doing is swinging myself around like this. I'm liable to break something. And I've tried to do out of rhythm dances before, even here on TikTok, intentionally be out of rhythm. Y'all remember the Black Widow little clap trend that was going on? I made a video pretending to be MAGA, clapping. Honey, it took me so many takes because I kept doing it on beat and I was trying so hard to do it off beat that even when I was off beat, I was still hitting the third beat, baby. I was still hitting the three. It was so hard for me, honey. It was so hard for me. I finally figured out how not to hit the two, and then I was hitting the three and the fucking four, honey. Anyway, so I ain't gonna be able to participate, but I did have fun watching all the videos of the Elaine dance competition last night, honey. Now on to the next news story. Now, it's not supposed to be a funny news story, but considering the fact that I'm into really dark comedy, baby, yes, tragic comedy, I'm all about that. This particular news story is Chef's Kiss. Chef's Kiss. It hits every level, baby. Every level. Yes, you see, because a U.S. millionaire went over to South Africa on a hunting safari. Yes. Yes, he took all his money and went over there to hunt some big game, honey. And it didn't work out for him, you see. Mr. Asher Watkins, 52, out of Texas, was pursuing a 1.3-ton Cape buffalo. And it didn't work out. The buffalo took him out instead. After days of tracking this buffalo and stalking him, the buffalo had enough, dear. But here's where the chef's kiss comes into play. The name of that buffalo was Black Death. I love it, baby. He took his little white ass over there to hunt buffalo and got taken out by the Black Death, honey. I love it. I know it's not supposed to be funny, but either way, maybe you should have stayed your ass in the U.S. of A. They have a problem going on up there on the West Coast in Washington somewheres. I reported on it last week on the Wacky News, I do believe, or maybe I skipped that story. Either way, the little prairie dog rats, moles are taking over that city. They're overpopulated with them. Maybe you should have took your ass up there and hunted you some little rats and shit. Or maybe you could go to the UK today and hunt rats. Well, he can't go nowhere no more, can he? Because Black Death got his ass. He ain't going nowhere. But for you rest of you big game hunters, honey, why don't you go find you some small game? As a matter of fact, there's a story today. Let me see if I can go back and find it because it was so funny to me. Where is it, baby? Where is it? They have called, get this shit, baby. They got a problem with rats over there in the UK. Yes, honey. Big rats. If you want some big game to hunt, honey, there's some big game roaming around in England right now. You can go get. As a matter of fact, local officials in North Yorkshire, England, shared a photo of a massive rat that was found inside of a local home that measured, I don't have a picture of it for you, but it measured 22 inches from nose to tail. The only picture they provided of the enormous rat that they captured in this Eastern home that was captured by pest control workers, it's in a bag, honey. They've got it up in a bag, so you really can't tell. But to me, it looks like a damn capybara. It don't look like no rat to me. But either way, if y'all need to hunt some big game, they're having a problem with extra large rats. And I do mean large, honey. I don't even know if that was really a rat. They said it's the size of a cat, honey. It was actually more than 22 inches long, and the local officials are saying this is getting out of control, and they need to set up a special organization to come after these giant-ass fucking rats, baby. Clearly. What are y'all feeding the rats, baby? How much food are you throwing away? How much food are you throwing away? Oh, and other wacky news it's always the animals, baby. A fish was dropped by a large bird of prey. Y'all know what an osprey is? An osprey is a large bird of prey. And it had caught itself a little fish, right? And it was flying over British Columbia when all of a sudden it dropped its little catch of the day. And that fish fell down out of the damn sky and hit a power line that caused sparks to hit the ground, which started a damn brush fire. Baby, falling fish from the sky have started a fire. Honey, what is going on, baby? The flames were extinguished by firefighters quickly, but either way, a fire broke out and spread pretty rapidly, but they got it under control pretty fast. It consumed a little bit of land there. They said we do suspect by the size of the fish and the heat of the day probably caused the rather tired bird to drop its catch. You see, global warming is affecting everything, baby. It is. Global warming got the bird so damn hot that it dropped its lunch and started a fire. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed, baby? Anyway, that's your wacky news for this Wednesday. Now, I'm going to be back later today with some tea. I just looked up the annual report of crime from the FBI, and it totally contradicts the orange guy. We'll get back to the tea with that.